Welcome to Australia, a land ancient and untamed, where the heartbeat of the continent echoes through red deserts, tropical rainforests, windswept coasts, and eucalyptus forests. Here, among the gum trees and billabongs, lives a chorus of birds found nowhere else on Earth. Brilliant, bizarre, and breathtaking. This is the story of Australia's wild birds. Stretching from the Cape York rainforests to the Great Victoria Desert, Australia is home to over 800 bird species. Many are endemic, found only here, nowhere else on Earth. This diversity is shaped by isolation, climate extremes, and ancient landscapes. Deep in the tropical rainforests of Queensland strides a bird older than most stories told, the southern cassowary. With a towering form up to 2 meters tall and a helmet-like casque, the cassowary is both feared and revered. Across the sun-baked plains and scrublands runs Australia's largest bird, the emu. A master of endurance rather than speed, emus roam in small family groups, adapting to drought and heat. In the quiet moments just before the sun breaches the horizon, the Australian bush holds its breath. A deep pre-dawn stillness settles over the land, a silent stage awaiting the day's first performance. This is a time of anticipation for a sound that is as much a part of this continent's identity as the red earth itself. At sunrise, forests and suburbs alike echo with a sound unmistakably Australian: the laugh of the kookaburra. This iconic kingfisher's call is a dawn chorus classic, often mistaken for human laughter. Scientific name: Dachelea novae guineae. Habitat: eucalypt woodland. Habitat: gardens. Diet: lizards. Diet: insects. Diet: small mammals. Behavior: territorial. But this famous laugh is more than just a sound, it's a complex social signal. Kookaburras live in tight-knit family groups, and their chorus is a declaration of ownership, a vocal fence post marking the boundaries of their territory against rivals. Pairs call together at dawn, and pairs call together at dusk. This boisterous bird has become a familiar character in Australian suburbs, a welcome and sometimes cheeky backyard visitor. Their adaptability has allowed them to thrive alongside humans, a testament to their intelligence and resilience. While it's tempting to share a piece of your lunch, it's crucial to let these skilled hunters find their own food. Feeding them can disrupt their natural diet and create dependency. By simply observing and appreciating their wild nature, we ensure the king of the bush continues to laugh for generations to come. As the kookaburra's laughter fades, another voice rises over the eucalyptus canopy, a chorus of raucous calls and heavy wing beats. These are not the familiar white cockatoos of urban parks and gardens. These are birds of the wilder places, their calls echoing through mountain ash and coastal heathlands. They are a sign of changing weather, their mournful cries often heralding the arrival of rain. Swooping through tall forests with grace and grit, they navigate the dense timber with surprising agility. Their flight is powerful, almost laborious, yet they move with a purpose that speaks of ancient rhythms and an intimate knowledge of their vast territory. The yellow-tailed black cockatoo is a spectacle of ebony and gold, a striking contrast against the muted greens and greys of the bush. The male boasts a dark grey beak and a distinctive pinkish-red eye ring, while the female has a bone-coloured beak and a grey eye ring. Both share the brilliant yellow cheek patches and tail panels that give them their name. A social sentinel patrolling the southeast. These birds are highly intelligent and form strong social bonds, often mating for life. They are rarely seen alone, preferring the company of their flock, which can range from a small family unit to a congregation of hundreds. Scientific name, Calyptorhynchus funereus. Habitat, eucalyptus forests and woodlands. They are also found in pine plantations and occasionally visit suburban gardens, especially those with mature native trees. Diet, seeds, nuts, and wood-boring insects. Their diet is specialized, focusing on the seeds of native plants like Banksia, Hakea, and Alocasuarina. They also tear into the bark of wattle and eucalyptus trees to extract the rich, protein-filled larvae of grubs, leaving behind a telltale signature of their visit. Behavior: flocks can travel long distances to find food. These movements are often seasonal, a nomadic search for flowering and seeding events across the landscape. Their distinctive ki-ow calls, carrying far on the wind, allow the flock to stay in contact as they travel. Listening for these calls is often the first clue to their presence. They range from ridge to ridge, their silhouettes a familiar sight against the vast skies of southeastern Australia. This constant movement is vital not just for their survival, but for the health of the forests they inhabit, as they play a role in pruning trees and spreading seeds. Cracking seed pods with powerful beaks, a tool of incredible strength and precision. This formidable bill can tear apart the toughest of woody fruits, accessing nutrients that are unavailable to most other animals. Flashing yellow tails in the sun, a wild punchline written in the trees. Despite their somewhat somber appearance and mournful call, they are surprisingly playful, often seen hanging upside down or engaging in mock battles with their flockmates. They are a species of profound contrasts, loud yet elusive, powerful yet gentle, a dark jewel in the crown of the Australian bush. Because they are so conspicuous and their calls so distinctive, community sightings play a crucial role in tracking their populations and movements. Every observation helps build a clearer picture of their needs, aiding conservation efforts to protect the old-growth forests and ancient nesting hollows they depend on. Rainbow lorikeet, a riot of color weaving through blossoms, drinking nectar like a hummingbird as its brush-tipped tongue flickers and petals whirl. Superb lyrebird. Nature's mimic recreating whole soundscapes, chainsaws, camera shutters, rival birds, an acoustic illusionist on the forest floor. Black swan, elegant and serene, gliding in gold light beneath the calm, a fierce guardian, ready to defend its young. In this ancient land, a delicate balance has always existed between breathtaking resilience and profound vulnerability. For Australia's unique bird life, that balance is now more precarious than ever. But across the continent, a dedicated movement is rising to meet the challenge, turning concern into concrete action. From riotous rainbows to echoing mimics, Australia's skies are alive. Yet their songs need guardians. The threats are complex: habitat loss, changing climate, invasive species, but the response is equally multifaceted, driven by science, passion, and community. It begins with listening. At first light, rangers trace calls through eucalyptus mist, binoculars up GPS, blinking every note a data point that guides protection. This is the frontier of acoustic monitoring. Sophisticated recorders capture the entire soundscape of a habitat day and night. Back in the lab, these recordings are transformed into spectrograms, visual maps of sound. Artificial intelligence helps sift through thousands of hours of audio, identifying the calls of rare or elusive species, tracking their movements, and assessing the health of the entire ecosystem. This data pipeline is crucial, feeding directly into conservation strategies and land management decisions. Where data identifies a need, hands build futures one box at a time. Nest hollows returned where old giants once stood. For many of Australia's parrots, cockatoos and kingfishers, a safe place to raise a family is the single greatest limiting factor. It can take over a century for a eucalyptus tree to form a natural hollow. These artificial nests are a vital stopgap, providing immediate, secure homes in landscapes recovering from fire or clearing. And soon, tiny claws grip new thresholds of safety. But sometimes, individual birds need more direct help. In quiet clinics, feathers are cleaned, wings are mended. The goal of every rescue is release. Before that can happen, each bird must meet strict criteria. They need to be at a healthy weight, their feathers perfectly waterproofed, and their flight strong and sure. In large aviaries, they rebuild their stamina and relearn the skills needed for survival in the wild. Then the moment, open palms, a rush of air, a second chance rising into the blue. This spirit of care extends far beyond clinic walls. Across parks and backyards, citizen scientists take count. Clipboards and camera clicks, elders and kids pointing skyward, harnessing the power of the crowd. Platforms like BirdLife Australia's Birdata and the global eBird app allow anyone to become a field researcher. Seasonal events like the Aussie Bird Count mobilise tens of thousands of people, creating a snapshot of the nation's bird populations in a single week. This collective effort generates massive datasets, helping scientists track population trends, identify emerging threats, and pinpoint conservation hotspots. Every sighting is a voice added to the chorus, and these voices are needed now more than ever, raised against heat fire and feral threats. Armed with this growing body of knowledge becomes action. Restoring habitat, fencing fragile shores, cooling waterholes, planting tomorrow's shade. These on-ground efforts are targeted and strategic. Feral predator control programs protect vulnerable nesting birds. Weed removal restores the native plants that provide food and shelter. In a warming climate, even a small shaded water source can be a lifesaver for an entire local population. Each action, no matter how small it seems, is a critical piece of a larger puzzle of recovery. This is how we keep the music, many hands, one sky. It starts when we choose to listen. It grows when we seek to learn. And it takes flight when we speak up. For their songs, for their survival, for the wild heart of Australia. The next flight begins with us. From the low calls of rainforest giants to the laughter at dawn, Australia's birds are woven into the soul of this continent. Their songs are ancient, their wings carry stories, and their survival depends on all of us. This is Australia. Wild, feathered, free.